Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our 17th lecture. This is part 2 on state of Pakistan's economy. In this lecture, we will highlight the statistics reported in Economic Survey of Pakistan 2025-26 released earlier this week. In previous lecture, we discussed the statistics of growth and investment and inflation. So today we start our discussion with fiscal development, followed by trade and payments, and finally education, health and social protection. As we already mentioned in previous lecture that the statistics reported in economic survey are based on the data from July 2025 to April 2026. Fiscal development. During this year, the total revenue of government has increased by 10.7%. The tax revenue increased by 11.3% and the non-tax revenue increased by 9.5%. Looking at the expenditure side, it's good to see that government has controlled its expenditure. The overall expenditures reduced by 4.2%. The current expenditures reduced by 2.2%. We know that the current expenditures include salaries, pensions, subsidies, interest payments on debt servicing, defense expenditure, and administrative expenses. The markup payments reduced by 23.2%. Development expenditures and net lendings increased by 18.7%. Development expenditures include infrastructure, education, and health development programs, PSDP projects. Net lendings are loan to public sector enterprises, loans to provincial government, loan to government employees, etc. PSDP spendings increased by 26.8%. The fiscal deficit as a percentage of GDP was just 0.7%, and there was a primary surplus, and this primary surplus as a percentage of GDP is 3.2%. So primary balance measures the government fiscal position without the burden of past debt, which for 2025-26 is in surplus. Now we will highlight the statistics of trade and payments. Current account surplus. The current account surplus is 72 million US dollars. Last year it was just 1.7 million US dollars. So current account surplus has shown an increase of 70.3 million US dollars. Trade deficit in goods. The trade deficit in goods have increased by 5.2 million US dollars. Trade deficit in services. Trade deficit in services has shown an increase of 0.2 million US dollars. There is a substantial increase in workers' remittances. It has increased by 8.2%. Workers' remittances for 2025-26 are 30.3 billion US dollars. Now finally, we will highlight the statistics on health, education, employment, and social protection. Expenditure on education. The percentage of GDP is just 0.83. Not even 1% of the GDP is spent on education. And same is the case for health. The expenditure on health as a percentage of GDP is below 1%. So these two statistics clearly indicate that government is not spending much on education and health. So there is a need to increase expenditure on education and health. Unemployment rate. During 2025-26, the unemployment rate was 7.1, which is alarming. This is a very high unemployment rate, which should be addressed. Now, looking at the statistics of poverty, headcount index. Headcount index gives the percentage of population below the poverty line. The poverty statistics and the statistics of inequality are calculated from Household Integrated Economic Service. The latest available data of Household Integrated Economic Survey was for 2024-25. So in 2024-25, the headcount index for Pakistan was 28.9, which means that 28.9% population is below the poverty line. This was 21.9 in 2018-19. So during last 6 years, the percentage of population, the percentage of poor population has increased by 8%, which is alarming. Now, talking about inequality, in this regard, we have taken the statistics of Gini coefficient. Gini coefficient is a measure of inequality. In 2024, the value of Gini coefficient was 32.7. In 2018-19, its value was just 28.4. So inequality has also increased. During last 6 years, the Gini coefficient has increased by 4.3 percentage points. So the statistics on poverty and inequality are alarming, that though the growth is taking place, but simultaneously we have the problem of poverty and inequality, which means that the growth is there, but the fruits of growth are not being shared by lower segment of the society. So there is a need to look into these issues and to design the policies through which the growth could benefit the lower segment of the society. This is all for today. Thank you very much and Allah Hafiz.